In the chilling silence of night, a terror lurks, wielding a cruel hook. Welcome, dear listeners, to the legend of the Hook Man, an eerie tale that has echoed through generations, inciting fear and fascination in equal measure. The Hook Man, a spectral figure cloaked in dread, has left an indelible imprint on our cultural psyche. His story, a chilling reminder of the unknown lurking in the shadows. Now, prepare to journey into the heart of darkness, where truth and terror intertwine. Who or what is the Hook Man? The answer lies buried deep within the annals of folklore. And to unearth it, we must take a journey into the shadowy depths of legend and superstition. The Hook Man, as his name suggests, is a figure of ominous appearance. His most distinguishing feature is, of course, the gleaming lethal hook that replaces one of his hands. A chilling sight, this metallic appendage is said to be a grim reminder of a gruesome past, a symbol of a life forever scarred by violence and loss. The origins of the Hook Man are as murky as the moonless nights he's said to frequent. Some claim he was once a man, a victim of a tragic accident that took his hand and left him with a hook. Others whisper of a darker truth, suggesting he's a vengeful spirit, cursed to roam the earth, his hook a testament to an unjust death. Regardless of his beginnings, one thing is agreed upon across all narratives. The Hook Man is a figure that embodies fear itself. His presence is a chilling omen. It is said that the Hook Man preys on the vulnerable, those who dare to venture into the darkness alone. His hook, glinting ominously under the moonlight, is a symbol of impending doom. The mere mention of his name is enough to send a shiver down the spines of local communities, a name whispered in hushed tones, a name that instills fear into the hearts of the bravest souls. The Hook Man's lore is steeped in terror and uncertainty. It's a tale that has been passed down through generations, each rendition more horrifying than the last. It's a story that captivates and terrifies, a story that leaves its listeners wide-eyed and wary of the darkness. Thus, the Hook Man is more than a mere tale. He's a symbol of our deepest fears. He's the embodiment of the unknown, the personification of the terrors that lurk in the shadows. He is a legend, a myth, a nightmare, but his impact is undeniably real, a chilling testament to the power of fear. The Hook Man's weapon of choice is no random selection. It is a symbol, a message, a warning. This instrument of terror, though simple in design, is laden with a rich tapestry of meaning that traces back to ancient folklore. The hook, in its most basic form, is a tool, but in the wrong hands, it becomes an instrument of dread. Its curved blade, gleaming in the moonlight, is a stark reminder of the thin line between life and death. The hook is a symbol of danger, a warning of the looming peril that is the Hook Man. In the world of folklore, the hook often represents loss. It is a tool of fishermen and hunters, used for capturing and killing. It's a symbol of the inevitability of death, the inescapable fate that awaits us all. The Hook Man's hook, therefore, is a palpable manifestation of our own fear of loss and mortality. But there's more to the hook than just danger and death. The hook is also a symbol of power. It's a tool that requires strength and skill to wield effectively. And in the hands of the Hook Man, it becomes a terrifying testament to his power and control. This power dynamic is a recurring theme in horror folklore, where the villain often wields a weapon that asserts their dominance over their victims. The hook, then, is a manifestation of our deepest fears. It's a symbol of the unknown, the unpredictable, and the uncontrollable. It's a stark reminder of our own fragility, of the thin line that separates us from the brink of oblivion. The sight of the hook triggers an instinctive fear within us, a primal dread that harkens back to our earliest ancestors. In the tale of the Hook Man, the hook serves as a chilling reminder of the danger that lurks in the shadows, the threat that is always just out of sight. It's a symbol of the fear that grips us when we walk alone in the dark, a fear that is as old as humanity itself. The hook, then, is not just an instrument of terror, but a mirror to our own mortality. To unravel the truth of the Hook Man, we must tread where few dare to venture. The journey we embark on now is no ordinary quest. It's an investigation into the depths of fear, folklore, and the unnerving reality that might lie beneath. Our methods are thorough, yet respectful of the tale's cultural significance. We sift through relics of the past and scrutinize every detail. We delve into dusty archives, sifting through yellowed pages of forgotten newspapers and journals. We listen to hushed whispers of old tales, passed down through generations like precious heirlooms. Each piece of evidence, each whisper, each faded letter brings us closer to the truth, or so we hope. We journey to the locations that are said to have birthed this eerie legend. We explore the abandoned lanes where the Hookman was rumored to lurk, the isolated fields where his victims allegedly met their doom, and the hushed town that has carried the burden of this tale for decades. Each place, soaked in mystery and drenched in fear, has a story to tell, a piece of the puzzle waiting to be found. But this investigation is not a simple linear path. It's a web of whispers, a labyrinth of legend and lore. We find ourselves questioning every lead, reassessing every clue. What is the truth of the Hookman? Is he a mere symbol of collective fear, or does he hold a haunting presence in reality? Ironically, the deeper we dig, the more elusive the truth seems. Each discovery, instead of providing answers, only unravels more questions. The lines between fact and fiction, reality and myth, begin to blur. The Hookman, it seems, is as elusive in our investigation as he is in the tales that have been spun about him. As we delve deeper, the boundary between legend and reality blurs. The Hookman, it appears, is not ready to relinquish his secrets just yet. The investigation continues, and with it, our journey into the heart of this chilling tale. In our quest for truth, we unearth whispers of a past steeped in dread. Unraveling the threads of time, we've stumbled upon historical records that brush against the chilling folklore of the Hookman. These documents, some dating back 100 years, tell tales of a menacing figure who stalked the night, his signature hook glistening under the moonlight. Interviews with elderly locals have yielded a bounty of spine-tingling anecdotes. One woman, her voice trembling with age and fear, recounted her grandfather's tale of a faceless specter with a hook for a hand, who haunted his dreams and the woods behind his childhood home. Another shared a story passed down through generations of a man wronged, who returned as the Hookman to exact his revenge. Folklorists, too, have lent their perspectives to our investigation. They suggest that the Hookman may have emerged as an embodiment of societal fears, a cautionary tale designed to keep curious youngsters away from the dangers of the night. Yet, they do not discount the possibility that this legend may have been born from a kernel of truth, a real-life horror that has been embellished and distorted with time. As we leaf through yellowed newspaper clippings and listen to hushed testimonies, we find ourselves drawn into a narrative that blurs the line between fact and fiction. Each piece of evidence, each whispered account, adds another layer of intrigue and terror to the tale of the Hookman. This exploration of the past has led us down a path we never expected. It's a path strewn with shadows, where each step forward seems to echo with the chilling scratch of a hook against a tree trunk. Our journey into the past reveals a chilling possibility. The Hookman may be more than just a tale. As we delve deeper into the darkness, we grapple with the unnerving thought that we might not be chasing a mere ghost story, but a terrifying reality that has been hidden in the shadows of the past. The deeper we dig, the more unsettling the discoveries become. As we delve further into the chilling tale of the Hookman, we uncover findings that are nothing short of disturbing. The legend, it seems, may not be as far removed from reality as we'd like to believe. Our investigation has led us to unearth evidence that points towards the very real existence of this terrifying figure. In the depths of the local archives, we stumbled upon a series of newspaper clippings from the late 19th century. These articles speak of a man, an outcast, who lived on the fringes of society and was known for his disfigured hand, replaced by a hook. The dates and descriptions align with the timeline and narrative of the Hookman legend we've been tracing. Further into our investigation, we came across an old diary, its pages yellowed with time, the ink faded but still legible. The diary belonged to a local physician of the time. In it, he details a patient he treated, a man with a hook for a hand. The physician's notes speak of the man's erratic behavior and chilling demeanor, painting a picture that eerily mirrors the legend we know today. Lastly, we found a set of old maps, marked with locations and cryptic notes. When cross-referenced with the legend and the other evidence we've uncovered, these locations match up with the alleged haunts of the Hook Man. The cryptic notes hint at a pattern of strange occurrences, the very kind associated with our infamous subject. All this evidence, when pieced together, forms a chilling narrative that is hard to dismiss as mere coincidence. The newspaper clippings, the physician's diary, the marked maps, they all point towards one unsettling conclusion. The Hook Man, a figure of local legend and campfire tales, may not be a myth after all. The line between myth and reality grows ever thinner, painting a chilling portrait of the Hook Man. The Hook Man, a terrifying legend or a horrifying reality? The evidence suggests a disturbing truth. Our investigation has unearthed a trove of information, some of it more unsettling than we could have imagined. The police records from the 50s, with their chilling accounts of a one-armed man terrorizing the town, are too detailed to be dismissed as mere fiction. There's a palpable sense of fear that lingers in those yellowed pages, a dread that can't be manufactured. Then, we have the eyewitness testimonies, filled with haunting details that align eerily with the legend. The rusted hook, the maniacal laughter, the chilling threats, these elements, repeated across decades, suggest a disturbing continuity. The physical evidence, too, cannot be overlooked. The blood-stained hook found in the old mill, the weathered journal filled with deranged scribbles of a man consumed by madness. These pieces of the puzzle converge to paint a horrifying portrait of a man-turned-monster. And finally, the unsolved cases, the missing persons. They cast an ominous shadow that can't be ignored. Their connection to the Hook Man might be speculative, but it's a speculation that sends a shiver down the spine. In the end, the Hook Man remains a figure of terror, his hook a chilling reminder of the fine line between folklore and reality.